Good morning, everyone. It's crunch time. Stephen's still brewing his coffee, but he'll be here in a second. How's everyone doing today? I know it's one of our mods' birthdays. How am I doing? I'm doing good. Got some work done yesterday and things are getting back to normal. Here comes Stephen.
Sorry, I thought I had more time.
Nope, you didn't.
Is there not enough room for me?
Nope. I mean, I'll be putting that on my lap in a second.
Okay. I never focused the camera.
Oh, you didn't? I didn't know.
I thought I had a little more time than I did.
You didn't.
I'll do it now. It must look pretty good if people weren't complaining too much. But yeah, it does look pretty good.
It does look pretty good.
Hold
That's why I didn't notice.
on. Okay, well. Now it's perfect. Probably.
Probably. I'll let you sit down. Oh my gosh, okay. Hi.
Hi. How's it going?
I have your toast. Here you go.
Morning, everybody. I have a confession to make.
Cat hair on my toast.
Welcome to living here.
I know.
I have a confession to make.
A confession.
Yeah.
What's your confession?
So I came up here and I got things set up. I couldn't set up the focus because I needed you for that, but I got things set up. And then I took a nap.
Oh.
Yeah. But it didn't work because one of the key parts of like taking a nap, it seems, is like being warm, and I was cold, so I just never fell asleep. So my idea to take a nap didn't work. But you know, it was a good idea. It just didn't work. Yeah, both Mal and I are still a little under the weather. And I would say Mal more than me, but now I'm not sure. But my mother was very kind and made some chicken noodle soup yesterday.
It's very good.
And it will be the thing. It will be the thing that cures us. We will be better soon. It is magical. Anka and Jesper asked what kind of toast this is. So my parents went to Wilmington yesterday. And we have a Trader Joe's up there.
We don't have one down here.
And they're like, do you need anything? And I was like, no. And they're like, do you have... and they're, do you need anything? No. La-di-da. They said, do you have any toast for tomorrow? And I was like, I guess not. Yeah, I figured I would go out later tonight and get it, but I guess not. They're like, we'll bring you back some bread. So this is the Trader Joe's whole grain bread.
This is the multigrain.
Oh, multi-grain bread. It's got grains. Do you like this? It's not your favorite, is it? I love this sort of bread. I love multi-grain bread.
I like sourdough.
It's cut very thin.
Chaz says it's no Kroger private selection.
It's true. It's true. So, bread. Bread's hard to eat. Did everyone enjoy, who was there or caught some of the VOD? Did everyone enjoy the Link's Awakening stream that we did on Friday? It was a little frustrating for me to have the tech issues, but I do believe that we may have solved them. Now those are going to be out on YouTube, but it's going to be a bit.
Before they come out?
It's going to be a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like just looking ahead on the calendar, I think I actually have it on the calendar, but it's like, I think it's second week of October before that comes out. So you can wait for it to come out on YouTube. It's going to be a while. It'll be very succinct on YouTube. But if you want to watch it, I've made it a highlight on Twitch. So you can watch them here. Which is cool. And we're going to be continuing to play through the game this weekend. Gold Mage says, is it coming out as an LP slot? Yes. Yes. We're going to be basically continuing to stream it. Kind of forcing ourselves into a weekly stream routine because we want to start doing that. And then that's going to take up one of the slots. Which is fun. We have all sorts of ideas. The first step is getting the stupid headsets to work correctly. But hey, training wheels. Link's Awakening is our training wheels. Let's read some of these alerts. 13 months from Mech Mayhem, who I believe is the only person who could possibly have hit 13. Well, they're the person who can hit 13 months first at least. Well, now it's onwards to that sweet 2-year mark at this point. Keep up all your great work and the toast. Thank you, Mech Mayhem. And actually, there's a 1.5. There's a 1.5 slot now. So there'll be so it's like a 1 and a plus when you get to whatever that is, 18 months. Mm-hmm. Which is, I don't remember exactly when Twitch added that, but they added that. If they add a 15, then we would change it. But right now, it's after you get to 12, it's just every 6 months. But congratulations on 13 months. That is an astounding amount of months. Also, an astounding amount of months, I'm still clapping for 12s. Cody 20 hits a year. Hooray to 1 year of Breakfast Crunch. Hope to see many more years of early morning chatting with y'all. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna keep trying to do that. We got 5 months from Xenoblade Fanatic. Oh heck, 5 months already. Even though I've been watching from the beginning, you can't catch them live now. Have a good day, grandparents. We got a good day ahead. Hopefully. I
was very hungry this morning.
Well, there you go.
I don't know what it was, so I'm glad this is big toast.
Yeah, the surface area is very large. It's very thin. It's cut more thinner than most toast, but it's real big. It's got a nice canvas for jam. And I've been trying. I had mentioned it, like, was it last Thursday where I had the problem with my gums? Mm-hmm. I've been trying to get back in the habit of the brushing the gums down thing so I can stop exposing the roots.
Brandon, this is that peach jam I made with Nikki and Lindsay.
And I'm finished. Well, I didn't quite finish off, but I'm working on finishing off the strawberry jam we've had in the fridge for a hot minute. 3 months in a row for Tired Psychopomp 91. I got a plus. Good work. Yankee Gal 13 gives a sub to Bring On the Hype. Thank you, Yankee Gal. Appreciate it. Zaraka hits 10 months and says, 10 whole months, getting even closer to a tiny applause. Get to 12 months and you get a tiny applause. Like Kiwili Scipio, random bread tidbit. Selling sliced bread was only invented in 1928 and was referred to as the best thing since bagged bread. And then, now we have the best thing since sliced bread. Which is strangely a phrase that we still use. And it's over 90 years old. You'd think that we'd come up with something new. Like, the best thing since a flip phone. Something that's a little more... The best thing since a pager. I don't know. Something that's more current. 3 months from Gold Mage. Says, months of crunch from China to Muncie, and I only missed 1 or 2 streams. Looking forward to much, much more. Congrats. That is pretty great to only miss just a handful. Thank you, Gold Mage, and congrats on your plus. 200 bits from Marilyn. The Subway with the Subway bonus, Marilyn, thank you. Is today the last day? I thought it was over.
I thought it was the 24th.
It's today. Today is the last day. The last day that we raise our hands up high and we do a salute to our sandwich forefathers. Subway.
Are you wanting me to do this too?
I'm sorry. Do you not pledge allegiance to our sandwich forefathers? Today is, in fact, the last day for the Subway bonuses, where you get... oh, that's dirty. These are very dirty. I was like, man, everything's a little blurry. I wonder why. And I'm like, oh, these need to be cleaned. Where you get 50% off non-gift Tier 1 subs for the first time or something. And then if you do the Subway emote, it's 10% extra bits. Something like that. But then also the best part is we get to say Y'all Bus. All aboard the Y'all Bus. 5 months from Nat Common. Thank you, Nat. 5 months also from Nerdy Revelries. Says this is also marking 5 months since the first paycheck from my first professional job. Here's to more breakfast streams and not getting fired. Well, that's cool. Breakfast stream is like... Your subscription to Breakfast Stream is like your personal reminder of your professional career. So every time I take a bite of toast, you're like, career. With a cup of coffee. Maybe you don't do that.
Did you get enough sleep?
I napped on the couch. But I should have, yeah. Like, I didn't have any, like, sleep problems, I don't think.
No. I was up a few times and you were asleep. And Kepler was between your legs.
I did wake up once because Kepler was between my legs and it was real hot. And because Mal hasn't felt well, she wanted the fan off, so we haven't been sleeping with the fan on.
Because it dries out, like, sinuses.
Well, I was very hot. Let me tell you about how hot I was. I was so hot, I was so hot. Let me tell you about how I was so hot. I was sitting there thinking about that doggone real hot cat. He was making me real warm, and I was thinking I should swarm up to him and grab him quick and put him on the ground real slick. And he was like, no, don't do that. I am warm and I love you. So I left him there, but I had to get my leg outside of the bed because that's like a cooling rod. People do that. People do that.
Brandon says, weren't you just saying you were too cold to nap?
Yes, it was an opposite problem in an opposite part of the house. Last night, it was too hot, and when the cat was all up on me, he's curled up into, like, my crotch. Because I'm, like, sleeping on my stomach.
And your legs are open.
And my legs are open, so he's like, warm! And I'm like, ah! And then the only way to escape, because I couldn't move. I just shoved a leg out, because that's what you do. Peach Macaron says cooling rod, but also true, I do that. It's a thing! It's a thing! That's what you do. That's what you do. Anyway... That was 5,000 bits from Mr. Incredible Nooblord. It says, throwback to last time there was bonus bits, and my message included the phrase, bonus in my bits, which Stephen found quite amusing, and ended up being the title of that stream VOD. I remember that! Yeah. It's so fun, because whenever I put these onto YouTube, I have to choose a title, and you never know. It could be anything. It could be bonus in my bits. It could be Subway backwards, which is Y'all Bus. And recently it was. Nooblord, thank you for the bits. I appreciate that this morning. Let me jump back up to the top here. There was 12 months from Murmur, who says, how has it been a year already? You're my favorite creators on the internet. Don't stop being amazing. We're doing our best. With the help of Subway. You know that today's the last day I can say that.
I know.
After that, I'm going to be like, Subway Pop! And then I'll just be waiting for Twitch's sponsor to be like, Firehouse Subs. I'll be like, you know what my favorite sandwich has always been? Firehouse Subs.
The Engineer.
Ooh, I do love the Engineer. The Engineer is a sub at Firehouse. It's got like coughs. It's got some coughs. It's got mushrooms and...
I don't remember. I don't order it.
I just know it has mushrooms.
I don't order that.
I order based solely on the fact of if a sandwich has mushrooms. Like, I don't know the meat on it. It's got meat on it, and I'm like, what does it have on it? Is it turkey? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Firehouse Subs is going to be harder to say backwards. That's true. That's true. I need to take another bite of this bread.
Yeah. Meat? Essential Joker says.
It doesn't really matter what meat's on it.
You're fine with any.
Basically. I wouldn't be okay if they were like, here's a clam sandwich. I mean, I don't dislike clam. Like, I'll eat clams. I'll eat like clam chowder, but it's not my favorite. And I would be like, what are you doing? This is an establishment for eating sandwiches. You don't put clams on. Wait, actually, do clam sandwiches exist? Is that a thing? Does someone do that?
Maybe in Maine, like, because they do the lobster roll. Maybe they have.
Maybe in Maine because that's the only food they have.
Seafood.
Clams and lobsters. That's it. That's all they got.
Man, I could go for a lobster roll.
Clam sandwich sounds like a cursed concept. I bet a clam sandwich exists.
Oh, don't they fry them on strips and put them on po' boys? Because Squid of Baconator says, is that a po' boy?
Do they make clam po' boys?
Yeah, they do.
I
They
guess
fry
they do.
them.
That
like
makes it better.
Little strips.
That makes it better. Yeah, clam strips. Huh. I'm really glad that we're having this discussion. This is an important discussion. Paul said, was just in Maine last week, incidentally, so had to have plenty of lobster.
In both roll and non-roll formats.
I mean, I think you're legally obligated to eat lobster in Maine. Like, when you leave, there's a customs agent.
And they're like, did you eat lobster? No? Okay, here you go.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't fine you. But if you haven't eaten lobster...
in your mouth?
If you haven't eaten lobster, like, they stop you at the border and they're like, sir, you have to finish this lobster. And you're like, what? I've heard you can get out of it if you say, I've had lobster here before and I'm in a hurry. That might work. The best part of breakfast stream is finding out how much Steven doesn't know about. It's true. I'm a whirlwind of misinformation.
Chaz says, remind me to tell you about my Thomas Maine theory sometime.
For a minute, I was like, what is that sound? And I realized it's part of the song. I thought, did I make an alert in my sleep that I don't remember? And for a minute, I was like, is that the Dale Gribble alert? And then I was like, that's not the Dale Gribble alert. Strange happenings. Yankee Gal 13 gifted a sub to Stay Hydrated bot, putting the Stay Hydrated bot at 3 months.
Plus.
Now it's a Stay Hydrated Plus. Thank you, Yankee Gal. 900 bits from Fossix, who says, the feeling when Streamlabs decided that your 12-month resub message would make it for the perfect lunch. Anyway, thanks for all the fun. Oh, when I was editing the China VODs, I saw the alerts on there because I know Fossix and some other people had said that some of like the first streams we did in China, the alerts got eaten by Streamlabs, and it's true. It's absolutely true. And I'm sorry to Fossix and everyone else because some of those alerts do appear on the screen, but they are not in Streamlabs events list, and there's just a huge chunk where the alerts were gone. And I'm like, I don't know why those are gone, but anyway, for everyone who had their messages eaten, I look forward to the following month, so when Fossix hits 13 months. And I'm sorry that your messages got eaten, because I wish that it would not do that.
Can I tell a Kepler story while you eat more toast?
Can you tell it? Can you tell it 16 times?
No.
No?
I think everyone would get bored.
I bet they would be on board for like the first 3 though. Anyway, yes, go ahead.
So eat your toast.
Sure.
So this morning, on breakfast stream days, I feed the cats. I think I feed the cats most mornings for a first meal. But I go in the living room and I'm opening the blinds, and I open the first one, and Kepler is sitting at the floor of the second one, the one he already destroyed. And before I can get to it, he attacks them again because there's some tufted titmouses out there because they've been eating all the birdseed lately. They basically have a Josh Jepson point on their foreheads. And so Kepler's very excited about them, and he attacks the blinds, and I open the blinds so he can see them. And I open all the blinds, and then I go start getting their food ready, and Kepler is still sitting there watching these birds. And he's very excited about the birds, and he doesn't even come over to the kitchen while I'm feeding them. Because normally when I'm feeding them, they both circle me like sharks, and they don't leave me alone and I trip over them. But he's over there watching these birds, and it's just Sagan. So it was really strange because they never do that. They're always in the kitchen. And then I get their food ready, and I bring it over to where we set it down, and I clink them together. And then he finally comes over, and he eats, and he's just scarfing it down super fast. And then he decided to go over back to the birds as soon as he was done and watch the birds.
I just wanted to point out Chess said little bird. Moist Crunchy has little chirp. That one's good too.
So yeah, that was my Kepler story this morning. He's very excited about the birds.
Yeah, they're both very food motivated. So to hear that he chose watching birds instead is like unusual. But also good. Because if they can become less food motivated, that's like better.
They really love food.
Yeah, they should like food a little bit less. You got a 2-month sub from Mega Melee Plus, frequent gaming stream visitor, and now I'm finally able to watch Tuesday breakfast streams. Thanks to the many years of great content, I started following your gaming channel in the Minecraft days so long ago. Yeah, that was a long time ago. That was actually that was the beginning.
Yeah.
That was the beginning. I actually thought about that recently. How fun it might be at some point to revisit Minecraft, like from a survival type thing, where we set like a certain amount of in-game days or something, or a certain amount of episodes, and then we just play through it again.
You and me, or like everyone?
Either me and you, or like a small number of people. I mean, we could get the whole group in on it, but like we would ravage the land and be able to attack the Ender Dragon on episode 2.
Yeah.
So probably be less entertaining. 11 months from Renee Moss. Yay for 11 months with the grandparents. Thank you, Renee. Almost to a year. Also got subs from Citrus Curse and from Utopia. And an 11-month sub from Jennifer Jack. Jennifer, thank you. Got 100 bits from Gold Mage. Thank you, Gold Mage. And 11 months from Sephiroth 1204. Close to that 1. Here's to more breakfast. Yeah, there's quite a few people hitting 11 months today. So there will be a big group of people hitting their 12 months next month. In what is month? October.
What month is it?
I forgot. We're also getting real close to Extra Life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's starting to make me honestly get excited. I'm not too worried about it. I'm not too worried about it. The only worry, it's not a worry, but the only like thing I'm really thinking about related to it is I really want Link's Awakening done before Extra Life gets here. Preferably with like a week or 2 in advance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'd like that to be done and not have to think about that anymore. So.
Jess says, "Oh yeah, I need to do that thing still."
Yeah, we have a fun new idea to. I'm not going to spoil it yet. we have this idea to just like put raisin toast all over the controllers and ruin them.
No.
There's a.
I watched John play on a honey controller. No, we're not ruining ours.
I wasn't awake for that, so that's.
Yeah, you weren't awake for the first day at all.
Yeah, there's a fun new idea to make things more lively, because like I think this is the 8th year So any like little extra ideas we can come up with is nice. I can't wait for you guys to find out. 4 months from Brittany034. 4 months of breakfast stream already. Where does the time go? It goes. Man, I don't know. It's a great question. I've never been able to answer it. 300 bits from a vet. It says, I'm also recovering from being sick. Sunday was my sister's birthday. Well, happy belated birthday to your sister. The sickness recovery is awful.
Yeah.
I really hate it. I'm still having sinus drainage, and it's been like a week.
Do we have Mucin XD? Did you look?
I think we still have some.
Okay,
Yeah.
we
had
check
some
that.
from last time I was sick.
Okay.
Get 500 bits from Armored Frog. It says, just wanted to use these bits to shout out my best friend Matt, who is currently on a flight to start a new chapter in his life. He'll have a fantastic new job, and it will be great for him. Good luck, Matt. Good luck, Matt. That's awesome. Be safe, be careful, but most importantly, be excited.
Yeah.
That's a really cool thing, especially, I think, also the act of like being on a flight, like that's like solidifies it. Like you're going to a new place.
Yes.
You're being in a new area, and like that flight is like a moment of reflection type thing. Anyway, good luck, Matt. Got a 2-month sub from Ollie Tomlinson Music. I'm watching this in class. Please make it worthwhile. Make sure you get your studies in, Ollie. I can't force you not to watch this, though. JCJX gives a sub to Emil, putting Emil at 5 months. Thank you, JC. 200 bits from Squid. Yaw Bus, the best thing since canned bread.
Oh, canned bread.
Yaw Bus, the best thing since Subway. That one's good, too. Sorry, I need this.
It's a nice mug.
Coffee.
It's filled
It has
with
coffee.
Mallory. Oh man.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was just thinking about, I was like, the piece you're working on now. And then I was like, it's not Donkey Kong. And I was like, oh yeah. But briefly I was like, it's a Donkey Kong piece. It's not.
It's not. Definitely
It's
not.
definitely not.
No.
It's definitely not. I understand now why I thought that. You probably don't, but I
do.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Do you know?
Yeah, I know.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Just checking. Anyway. Mallory's working on her next piece right now, and it's good.
The last piece was Donkey Kong.
Oh.
It was Donkey Kong 2.
Oh yeah. Maybe that's why I thought that. I don't know. Anyway. Also, is Donkey Kong music playing? Yeah. Okay, so there's a lot of weird things happening, and I better move on. 5 months from Moist Crunchy Potato. All hail the Yaw Bus. Where would the world be without your freshness? Yaw Bus. E-Freef. Jaded Cobalt Gilded Jade subscribes. Thank you. Yankee Gal 13 gives a sub to Solipsistic Kitty, putting them at 5 months. Thank you, Yankee Gal. 2 months from Andrea. I'm getting to watch more breakfast streams because college requires me to wake up early. It's a blessing in disguise. I wish when I was in college, waking up for 8 a.m. classes, that there was breakfast stream to watch.
Yeah.
That would have made it more bearable because the 8 a.m.s were the worst. I hated them so much. Yankee Gal 13 gives a sub to Chips and Salsa, which is actually a good reminder because our fridge is loaded with salsa and we need to finish it up.
Yeah, we do.
I might need to have that for breakfast on Thursday, which might be kind of strange. 300 bits from Gold Mage. Says, milk in Wisconsin, lobster in Maine. What about New York? Is it coffee?
Yes.
I think it's a bagel with some schmear.
Or lox.
Yeah.
Or babka. Or black and white cookies, which are amazing.
One of the cool things about New York is that New York is such a melting pot of people and culture that it's really hard to claim, like, to point at like one like specific food and be like this, because there's so many things.
I mean, New York is pizza.
I mean, yeah, New York style pizza is a big deal. Pizza's probably more... I'd say pizza's probably, like, the thing more than bagels.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody... But also, I bet more people eat bagels than pizza in New York. Because everybody, like, starts their day and is like, I'm going to have that bagel. If you eat pizza every day, I think you die. I think it's, like, on the Surgeon General's website. It's like, if you eat pizza every day, you're going to die. And you have to, like, make that choice.
I really liked New York. I'd like to go back maybe in the fall or the spring when it's not snowing and not, like, 90 degrees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want to go back to... Alchemy says, pizza is a vegetable, though. That can be a fun discussion. Or a very dangerous one. With lots of shouting. 1600 bits from Mr. Incredible Nooblord says, do you like the number 16? I like the number 16 because it's, like, real great, man. It is. And anytime it comes up, I immediately shift whatever I'm saying to try and incorporate the number. To the detriment of Mallory. Nooblord, thank you so much for the bits. I appreciate it. 4 months from Enscav, who just smiles, which I appreciate. 9 months from The Ether is Real. So when the cats circle you like sharks, do they ever just decide to climb up your legs?
They did when they were little.
When they were little, they did, yeah.
Now they're 12 and 14 pounds, so... Sometimes Sagan will try and jump up into our arms, like...
Yeah.
But...
And they'll stand on their hind feet and, like, reach up on you.
Yeah.
But they won't climb you. Well... Sometimes Sagan will get this weird look in his eye.
Mm-hmm.
And he's coming up. So I don't think he'll, like, climb you, but if he gets the weird look, either prepare to catch him or get away from him.
Yeah.
Basically. That's my advice. Beans. People asking for beans. Have the beans. Patreon.com/StephenGeorgeRomao makes beans. I actually can't see the thing, so I just assume it's like here. This is probably a pretty... Because generally, like the bottom of the frame is this.
Yeah.
So I could be like, in the coffee. The beans are in the beans! Sorry, you're still sick.
I know.
6 months from Wildfire972. 6 months of crunch. Double plus, Wildfire. Thank you. 1400 bits from Nooblord also says, speaking of food motivated, here's some definitely not cursed toast to motivate you. That's it for my leftover bits. Felt I might as well use them here before September ends. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And I don't know what the next promotion will be, but Twitch seems to be doing them a little more often because we've had a few this year, because they did it for Pride Month. They did it for September. Mm-hmm. I think there was another thing they did it for in 2019 also. So I think they're starting to ramp up the amount of times that they're doing those sorts of things. Jam says, I hope we get a fun and kind of spoopy one for October. That would be fun.
Yeah.
I really just like the idea... Oh, Food Fight. Food Fight. Thank you, Elio. I really hope that they do... Oh, yeah, and Yvette says the Bleed Purple one. That was a separate event, too, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think
Bleed
so.
Purple was separate. So, yeah, there's all sorts of ones that they're starting to do. And I like it. I really like the ones like Food Fight where they have these new emotes that are site-wide, and they are still beneficial to the streamer. Mm-hmm. It's like a really good situation, so yeah, I hope that they continue to do that because it'll be fun. Nooblord, thank you again for all the support this morning. Really appreciate that. 300 bits from Jam, who says, here's a yaw bus and lots of cheer, and maybe a game later. I'm amazed at having breakfast before breakfast stream despite being in California. Hope you are having a nice breakfast. That is an early breakfast.
Yeah.
If you had breakfast before 6 a.m., that's, I mean, it depends really what your day is like. If you're going to bed at like 7 p.m., it's not that bad, I guess. Otherwise, that's kind of early. Yankee Gal 13 gives us up to bring the pizza. I was about to say it's been a while since we've had pizza, but that's a lie. We had pizza in Muncie, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We did.
And we didn't go to Pizza King.
We didn't because Chaz and Jeff both recommended against it.
I know.
They were like, it's not that good.
I know.
So we went to the place that was better.
I know.
But I do want to go to the place that is bad. Like, I have a desire to go to the worst place. I just want to know what it's like. Chaz says, I stand by it. You know, if someone tells you, oh, we don't go there, it's really bad, but the place has like 9 locations, you can't help but wonder a little bit. You're like, well, what are they doing right? Maybe they got milkshakes, you know? Like, what if everyone goes to the pizza place for milkshakes? Jeff says, I'll just make mine again and you can forget all about it.
Those were very good.
While we were there, Jeff made, oh my God, Jeff made pizza while we were traveling up, and then we had pizza on the way back.
That feels like forever ago.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff made us some pizza, and it was so good.
It was very good.
It was so good. And it took me a while to figure out, like, the pizza as a whole was great. And then it took me a while eating it to figure out that the thing that was making it so good to me specifically was the sauce. Because he let me taste just the sauce by itself, and I was like, ah! I think I made that face and hand motion. It was so stinking good. Like one of the best pizzas I've ever had. Seriously. It's just it was a particular flavor, and it hit all the right bits in my tongue. Anyway, 200 bits from a vet who says, my favorite discussion piece is cake bread.
If there's no frosting.
I think the better question, actually, is at what point does bread become cake?
How much sugar is in it?
Because it doesn't have to have frosting to be cake.
No.
Because pound cake doesn't have to have frosting.
No. I mean, cake has a lot more butter, sugar, and bread has a leavening agent like yeast or something like that.
Everyone's like, no, stop. I'm going to end this discussion by saying, and I think that this is a pretty agreeable thing, bread becomes cake when there is a subjective amount of sugar content. Although, to be fair, any sugar content. Peggy is here to end this discussion.
And take sugar.
Peggy is here to make sure that we do not continue this conversation. 2033 bits from Miss Ray Moose, who says, I decided to use a little birthday money to summon our Lord and Savior, Peggy. I hope you guys have a great day. I know I will. Thanks to my birthday cake, my mom has made cheesecake with a banana bread bottom topped with caramel sauce.
That sounds delicious.
Sounds amazing. Amazing. And happy birthday, Rachel. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful birthday. Or a slightly belated birthday, whether it is yesterday or today.
It's today.
It's today, right? Okay. Well then, a wonderful birthday. And enjoy that cheesecake. Oh my God. It's been a while since I've had cheesecake of any kind.
Yeah.
When I was in my early 20s, I went through a phase where like anytime I could get dessert, that's just it. That's what I wanted. I just wanted cheesecake. And I think I overdid it on the cheesecake for like 2 years of my life.
Yeah.
But now
you didn't want it for a long time after that.
And I think I'm starting to get back into the like cheesecake. Cheesecake? Give me the cheesecake. But that sounds wonderful. That sounds wonderful. Anyway, Rachel, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. And enjoy your birthday. Have a good one. Enjoy time with your family. 12 months. Let me put this down. For Xenomonicals, it's been a year. Dang. How long is that in South Carolina years? South Carolina years, just a year. But in years in this household, about 15.
Yeah.
About 15. 1 year feels roughly equivalent to 15 years here, in my humble opinion. Xena, thanks for an entire year of.
You almost finished your toast.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So nearly 16. See what you did, Brandon. Sorry, it got a little stuck.
Yeah.
A little stuck there.
Yvette says, cheesecake is not cake, it is a type of pie. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Why didn't they call it cheese pie, though?
Because that sounds weird.
No, it doesn't.
Cheese
Cheesecake
pie.
also sounds weird. Think about it. They both sound weird. It's just you've gotten used to hearing something over time. They could have, at the beginning, just called it cheese pie.
I need some water.
There's one.
I need more than that. Sorry.
Bye.
Bye. I'll be back in a second.
No one can besmirch the cheesecake. I mean, it's basically pie. Like, it's the consistency of pie. Or at least what most people would agree is the consistency of pie. Cheese pie sounds weirder. I don't think it sounds weirder. I think cheesecake also sounds weird. Like a cake of cheese? That sounds strange. Cheese pie sounds like you're putting a chunk of red... What is that word? Leicester? I would pronounce it Leicester. Is that Leicester? And some ready-made pie pastry. I didn't know if that's Yeah, okay. Leicester. I knew it was one of those things where it's like, it looks like it has more syllables than it actually has. There was that word recently came up in, like, Fire Emblem or something. And I remember reading comments and they were like, that's not it. I think it was Fire Emblem. But I don't think it had anything to do with cheesecake. Or cheese pie. It's like Worcestershire not actually being pronounced that way. Yeah. Because Worcestershire looks like Worcestershire. Which is also very weird. Jam says if you Google cheese pie, they look good. But I'm wary. Jeff says quiche is a cheese egg pie. Mallory, did you go downstairs to get water?
Yeah.
And you came up and you're still coughing? Did you bring water?
Yeah,
okay.
I brought water with me.
Okay, I'm glad that you brought it. I was concerned. I was like, you're already coughing and you're on your way back up.
I haven't taken medicine yet this morning.
No, I mean, it's not like it would have
I know.
magically... I haven't taken medicine in days.
Yeah.
Should I have been doing that?
Have you felt sick?
Yeah. Do you think that's why you get better faster than me?
Yeah.
Because I remember to take medicine like on the days I'm at my worst, and then I just don't remember. You know what I mean?
Most of the time, when you have that kind of illness, like, the medicine isn't curing you. It's just making your symptoms fine so you can get through it.
Yeah. I'm not on antibiotics, Nerdy Revelries. I haven't had any antibiotics. It's just taking, like, pseudoephedrine and sometimes the Mucinex that has pseudoephedrine and the other thing in the G word, like Guam mission. Like if you're on a mission to Guam, it's a Guam mission, something like that. One does one thing, one does the other. What is it? Guanfacin? If they would make the words easier, then people would know them better. Like instead of calling it guafacin, if they were just like cough suppressant. And then that was the official thing. That would be great. Or like cough suppressant A. And then when you talk to your pharmacist, they'd be like, well, this has got cough suppressant B in it. You can move up to cough suppressant A. And then you're like, got it, cool. Anyway, 500 bits from Jam, who says, I gotta mention a thing you don't think would be dessert, but the local donut place has frosted/glazed burritos with fruit filling, and they are really good. That actually sounds good.
I want to try a cronut.
The croissant donuts?
Mm-hmm. Someone on Nextdoor posted and it said Cronuts was the title, and then it was just, where can I get them? That was their whole post.
I've sold everything. I have all this money to spend on Cronuts. Where do I acquire them? I don't know, a dessert burrito actually sounds good. With fruit filling? I would eat a regular tortilla filled with fruit. And I feel like that would be pretty good too. But the fact that it would be glazed seems better.
Jam, invest in Cronuts now.
I'm dumping all my money into Cronuts. Jam, thank you for the bits. 3 months from Twitch Willem, who says 3 alternative message plus. 200 bits from Nerdy Revelries, who says breakfast stream bringing you all the bad cake takes. That's us. That's what I like to be known for. We have historically had some very really weird discussions on breakfast stream and comparisons, and I'm okay with that. I don't mind. Occasionally we talk about hey, there's a new game coming out, and occasionally we argue over the semantics of cake. You don't know what you're gonna get when you tune in, and if you're looking for one particular thing, it's too bad. It's impossible. Doodle says, where would you get a cronut? I guess Dunkin', but I have no idea. Actually, I don't even know.
I don't think Dunkin' has them.
I don't think they have them either. I think like
a bakery. Like that one bakery that...
A specialty bakery.
There's that one bakery on 17. I mean, I guess everything in our town is on 17. But the one next to Flea Market, I bet they would have them. We haven't been in there in a long time. We could go in there today.
We could. I've never had a cronut, but Trial Lugia says Dunkin' does carry cronuts. Really? It's gotta be location based. It's gotta be on a per location basis. Because I was just physically in a Dunkin' and they did not have cronuts. And it was a nice Dunkin'.
Yeah, it was.
That place was hopping. They had a huge
kitchen, so I think they might be... Because not every Dunkin' makes their donuts. That one might be one that does. And then ships them out to the Dunkin' Expresses or whatever.
The morning that we left Knoxville and drove from there home, we left really early at 5:30 in the morning or something. Mm-hmm. And by the time we got near
Asheville,
we were like, oh, there's a Dunkin' Donuts. Let's go to Dunkin' Donuts and get some coffee and a donut. But it was still super early.
Yeah. 7
a.m. Oh no. Let me tell you about donuts. I want a donut, but my wife, she wants a cronut. Does Dunkin' have them? I don't know. Some of the people, they say so, but we went to one really nice in North Carolina. We checked it twice. Looked up and down, looked all around, couldn't find a cronut in town. We decided to come home because we had a cronut alone. Okay, the last line fell apart a little bit, but the other parts were actually quite good. All rhymed, made sense. It was one of the better songs I've done. Thank you, Judgy. But the last line, it needed... It's hard. It's fast. It's so fast. Brandon says you were a lot more awake for that one. That's true. That's true.
You've had more coffee.
Let that be a lesson to everyone who forces me into song with the 5,000 bit alert. They will probably do much better near the end of breakfast stream. If you do it at the beginning, I'm gonna be like, bats and sheep and bats and sheep, bats and sheep and bats and sheep. Why don't we have a bats and sheep alert? Why don't we have that? When's the haircut 2 alert? Oh God, that song is much faster. Much faster. And I very deliberately didn't put it in because I was like, I don't think I could do that. It's like doodly 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 doodly. Very quick. 5,000 bits from Mr. Incredible Noob Lord, who said, okay, change my mind. Have some more tasty bonus bits, because you know, it's Yaw Bus and sandwiches are tasty. Noob Lord, thank you for contributing to what I feel was one of my better songs. But it's also because of the ease of rhyming donut and cronut. Really lucked out on that one. If croissant donuts were called, like, cattle squads, that would have made it real hard. I want a donut, but my wife, she wants a cattle squad. That would also be like a really weird thing to call it. New Lord, thank you. And thanks to everyone for getting on board the Yaw Bus. Today is the last day to get on the Yaw Bus, and Kazeumi is delivering 10 people on the Yaw Bus. Yaw Bus Bomb. Gifting a sub to Jackson Cooper. Flash the Firefox, Miss Tracy Ann, Anabi Cactus, Ref Boyardee, Emily Mave 97, Porky 1221, Griffin Kitty, Raxo 64, and Chugga 1 Fan YT. Thank you, Kazuumi. It was very, very sweet. On the tail of my new platinum single, Donuts and Cronuts. Kaze, I appreciate it. And then 3 gift subs coming from Xenomonicals, going to Kev Wright 1, Kuyadar, and Swift Chow. Well, thank you, Xeno. And there's also a 3-month sub from Mystical Manjo. First week in university, somehow have enough money for my first paid sub on Twitch. As a student, I need to take advantage of discounts where I can. First off, congrats and good luck on university.
There's lots of free food on campus.
Take advantage of that.
Yeah. There'll be events. Go get the food.
Yeah, there'll be events.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to spend a lot of time doing that because I know a few months back, we spent like a
lot of time on college.
A lot of time on college, but good luck. It's a fun time in your life. 700 bits from Jam, who says, they may be called cattle squads, but I think you can beat the odds. Shout out of appreciation to the mods. Jam's taking my job. Jam's got the rhymes. Got the skills to pay the bills. Jam, thank you. See, when I thought of cattle squads, the first rhyme I thought of was cattle prods, because it has cattle in them and rhymes. A cattle prod, in this context, is another name for an eclair. 300 bits from Konosuga says, come get your cronuts at the cattle squad. Cattle squad is my favorite bakery turned drive-thru.
I finished all this water. I had it full.
Do you feel better?
No.
Well, I can't help you.
This is probably too tall.
There's only certain things I can assist with, and that was
yeah. After breakfast stream, I'll take medicine. Maybe some cough syrup. I don't know. Maybe some more coffee. Or tea. That might be a better idea. I have some lemon tea and honey.
Tea.
Tea.
Tea is what you want.
Yeah.
Oh, what was the other thing I was going to say?
We're going to get my glasses today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They might be right.
Maybe. If they're not, I may try and actually just return them and be like, I give up.
I believe we've talked about that previously.
Maybe.
Can you give a short version?
So, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, we had optometrist appointments, and I went to the optometrist, and I thought my prescription changed. She said that it did, but I went back and looked, and it's the same. My old contacts are the same prescription. Which means my old glasses are the same, but I still can't see out of them. Right? Isn't that weird? But I was like, I need new glasses. I've had these since 2008. So I took my prescription and we go to Costco because it's a lot cheaper at Costco. And I got contacts and I got glasses. And I picked up my glasses and I had my contacts in when I picked them up. And I couldn't really look and see how good they were because I had my contacts in. So they just fixed them and made them look right on my face. Took them home. And I had some eye drops I had to keep in for something. And I was wearing my glasses when Carly was here. And I was like, man, these are making me nauseous and making me sick. And I went back to, or I called the optometrist first. And they were like, go back to Costco. So I went to Costco. And they were like, huh, that's weird. And I couldn't really see far away with them. And back and forth with the optometrist and Costco, they figured out that the base curve of my glasses was not right. They didn't check that. They assumed it was one and it should be the other, and they had to remake them. And they came in the day before we left for China, so I never got to pick them up. But we got to go pick them up and see, and then if they don't work, then I'm gonna see if they'll just let me return them. But I don't know if they will. And then I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm either going to maybe look into Warby Parker or maybe just go to our optometrist and see how much they'll be.
It's not a great situation.
No. And it was really strange because my old glasses have astigmatism correction and my new ones don't. And I don't know why the optometrist didn't do that. Maybe she thought I didn't need to deal with that because I don't wear them all that often.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
If maybe adding that makes it more difficult or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, we don't have vision insurance. So, like, and our doctor knows that. And she was like, go to Costco, you have a membership, it'll be cheaper. So.
Well.
And I hated the shape of them. They were the best out of everything that
well,
they had.
the one thing about Costco is that, yes, they are cheap, but when it comes to frames, they have a very small selection. Very, very small selection. So it's like...
They didn't have anything narrow. And, like, every time I'd put them on, like, they would come out so far on the sides of my face that my eyes weren't centered in the glass. So the sides of the lenses were so thick that it felt like I was in a fishbowl. And that was what was making me nauseous the first time. So maybe this will fix it, but if not, I don't know what to do. I'll have to figure out something else to do.
So there is a chance that on Thursday Mel will be wearing new glasses.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. And then people get a chance to, you know, see that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Brandon says YouTube benefits, man. Yeah, there was... The one thing about when Mao was a teacher was like we had benefits, and it was like, oh man,
they were okay. They weren't.
Well, I think the important thing is that they existed. Hi, boys. Came up in a rush of fire.
They chased each other up. I don't know.
Cap chased Sagan up, and then they both got into the room and then stopped on a dime. And now they're just cautiously looking around.
Come
like,
here.
Where are we? It was Doc Brown and Marty, and they hit 88 miles per hour, and they suddenly showed up into this room.
Hi.
Hi, boys. In this scenario, Kepler has to be Doc Brown because he's older. Only 2 weeks.
2 weeks older.
Back to the Future would have been a very different movie if Marty was only 2 weeks younger than Doc Brown. Just really had a very different feel.
Hi, kippies.
Now everything is confusing. Like, what is this? I need to smell everything. You've been here before.
I feel like lately they've been spending a lot of time in the living room and not up here.
Well, they were never up here while we were gone because my parents never came up here. So one of the first days back, I was like, all right, I'm going to go work. And I opened up the room, and, like, Sagan, like, very cautiously followed me up the stairs and came in the room. And it was like, wow, I get to be in the room again.
Cappy.
Hi, Stinker.
Hi, Cappies. Sagan.
My lord. 3-month sub from Rune the Rooney, who says, love the stream, sadly can't catch all of them due to work. Well, at least there are VODs. At least the VODs are
Kippy,
around.
are you on stream?
And congrats on the plus rune.
Kippy?
Don't let. Is your water empty?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember I said I finished it?
You did say that.
Uh-huh.
You did. All right. Well, we should probably go ahead and end this because we do have to go out and get some stuff done.
Uh-huh.
And I also have to make sure stuff's scheduled. Oh, one last thing. One last thing because
Yeah.
I'm so excited about this. I spent a great deal of time yesterday working on vlogs because I'm back now and it's like hit it hard, do. And July is done, which is a pretty big accomplishment because it means I edited a third of July yesterday. Like I did 11 vlogs yesterday, and they're done. They're uploaded. They're not scheduled, but there will be 3 a day again for a bit.
And there wasn't much in August, right? Carly visited.
Carly visits, and we go to Charlotte to get the chair.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know what else happened.
Nothing. We worked to get ready for China.
Yeah, Austin and Nikki's second child was born.
Yeah.
So there's a few big events, but nothing that really translates into China prep. But that actually more so illustrates my point of like nothing that translates into like
long vlogs.
Yeah. If anything, they probably stay pretty short because I'm like, oh god. So.
And then September.
Yeah. So I'm gonna keep working at it. My goal is to try and get things pushed up to the point where I can keep on 3 a day, and then shift my focus over to other things because I'm still trying to balance stuff. But Link's Awakening is going to be one of the Let's Plays, and we're recording that live, so I don't have to think about like, oh, we need to sit down and record that. It's like, no, just when we get to Friday, we'll do that. And then
Jeff says moon.
The moon came out.
The moon party vlog.
No, the moon came out. If you haven't seen the moon vlog, it's good. It's actually really good.
Yeah, it is.
Jeff did a really great job shooting it, and the picture is beautiful. It was a reminder that over the course of Japan, we probably definitely didn't need to shoot in log, but at least now we know for the future. We'll never have to shoot in log again because the Eterna picture profile is like great. It looks really good. Konosuga says, good luck with the vlogs for 300 bits. Thank you, Kona. I'm gonna keep working at it. Again, like I'm gonna have to juggle things around a little bit.
After this week, things are gonna be really good though. Real good. I'm excited for October and just getting stuff done.
Yeah, I think October is actually going to be a big deal for both Mao and myself. We've been talking a lot about it, and I think you're going to see a lot of stuff turning around. I think October is going to be our month because we don't have any more trips planned, and it's going to be good. And Brandon says, "How's the return to the work block system?" Kind of getting there. That's another reason we think October is going to be good, is that we're going to officially like return to it.
This week is kind of just like, get stuff done, feel better, don't be sick.
We've been in a state of transition coming back from China, so we haven't stuck super closely to it. But we've done pretty good about at least getting to bed mostly on time.
Yeah.
So, between being sick and being tired from traveling, it's been a little difficult. But
Any update on the strange smell? Did we update about that?
while we were gone,
An electrician came by.
And was very
on Labor Day.
Very thorough, but ultimately said it wasn't the electric, it was HVAC. And then they were like, okay, we'll send the HVAC back out, and they never did. So now we're home, and now that we're back, we have to deal with that.
Yeah. And it was weird. I went in there the other day, and that room's been closed up. The power is back on. It didn't have a smell.
It does have a smell, but it's very diminished. When we first arrived home, like when we first walked in, it was very strong, and in the last few days, it's actually dissipating.
A lot. More so than even, like, when we thought it was dissipating before, which is super weird. And my studio's actually had that smell for a little bit the last couple days.
Yeah.
And I've actually had the window open too, so it's really weird.
And like, there's so many, and the thing about it is, now that we're home and we're getting back into the swing of doing things, there's so much other stuff to worry about.
Yeah.
That it's like,
yeah,
I am not even dealing with it, you know?
yeah.
Like, I've got too many other things to worry about. But we will have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, I think that's it. The Brothers VOD that we recorded August 23rd will start debuting today. That'll be out. And other than that, stay on the lookout for vlogs, because there will be 3 more vlogs today. Hopefully on time, unless something bad happens. And then we'll see you guys on Thursday at 9 a.m. And again, we'll be doing Link's Awakening again on Friday, so keep your schedules clear. We actually may start, I was thinking we may start just a tiny bit earlier.
On Friday?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, just a little bit earlier. Like 7:45 or something. Just
to read the alerts. Because
there's a lot of alerts at the beginning, and that might help offset it a little bit. So we might do that. Anyway, all right, folks. Have a wonderful Tuesday. We will see you on Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern again for more Breakfast Stream.